So, hello everyone. This is the first session of the 21 Steps of Consciousness. So we'll just give everybody a little time to join, and we'll start in a moment. So what we will be doing throughout these first sessions, at least, we will do a brief introduction on meditation, on what it's all about, and all these sessions are free, so anybody can join. We will be streaming them here online for everyone. And my intention is, at least for those who will only be here for those sessions, to have at least something to work with when they go back or when they continue with their things. So the whole idea for the 21 Steps of Consciousness came to be because of the necessity that I saw into people who were learning with me, were learning together, and also to new people that were asking for things to study. That many people were asking for very advanced techniques, and what I was discovering is that they didn't even have a base for like a practical base for understanding. So slowly I began designing this whole process of the 21 steps, and it is a ladder that would take the practitioner from day one to a journey of understanding what is meditation all about, how they can access different states of consciousness, how to understand what is happening to them, and in a way familiarize themselves with this world of getting to know the self, as Carl Jung would put it. So I will always leave some space for questions if you have them. But let's start with first of all understanding what is meditation. So we can say that meditation is the means of returning the mind to its primordial state, to its primordial condition. You see, the mind has this nature of being very calm, open, free, clear, simple. It's a state of actually experiencing love, you may say. So in this process of trying to understand what is meditation, the first thing we can do is reality check, let's say. So what is happening to me? What is happening to my mind? Is my mind natural, free, relaxed, clear? Is it in a state of love, or being able to feel, understand love, for example? So this is the first thing you should consider when you are considering what is meditation. So it's all about this tool, let's say, of being able to observe ourselves in order to develop the mind, but at the same time develop the soul. So in this process of learning how to meditate, we will start to observe our minds, our thoughts, our emotions, and our body, and at the same time trying to go through a process of cleaning, of purifying. So the whole idea from the beginning and always is to touch this space of unity with the world, with ourselves, coming to this experience of openness, clarity, and acceptance. So what you will see, or what most people will experience in life, is that the mind is this crazy thing that is jumping from one place to the other. Is not calm, not at all. It's just really not concentrating, and so on. So one very usual, let's say, approach, which is the wrong approach, is thinking that we should stop the mind, that we should block the thoughts, that thoughts are not there, and that we should find a way that they should somehow disappear. Well, this is not a smart thing. You see, the mind is working to facilitate us. The mind is there to help us understand things, to put things into a certain perspective, a certain understanding, let's say. So it has this ability to be always in this state of judging one thing with the other, trying to create, let's say, a stream of analysis all the time. So one thing that we are experiencing with this monster of an instrument on the top of our heads is we are in a kind of a constant dialogue, let's say. We are always evaluating, we are always judging. It's external, it's internal, it's full of emotions. We would go into things like, oh, this is a good thing, or this is a bad thing, or this is a horrible thing. This guy hurt me, this guy is loving me, or anything in that sense that is creating a kind of a judgmental or an analysis behind things. The reality is that our nature, the nature of our being, is a more relaxed kind of nature. Just being present really is the only thing that needs to be done. And it's such a simple thing that really it's escaping us. So in a way, we have to start to learn, or at least understand in the beginning, where it's all coming from. You see, the way that we are judging things, the way that we are thinking, the way that the mind is being occupied, let's say, has to do with our personal history, has to do with our understanding of ourselves, our education, our all the experiences that we had in life. And in that sense, everything that constitutes, let's say in a way, our personality. So every experience we had, every little pain, every little joy has somehow created this personality, this ego, we can say. And it is this ego that it's judging and creating all this noise. So what we are doing really in all these steps of meditating, because there are many, many different approaches, and we will be seeing a lot of them in the year to come. We will be touching different schools of meditation, different schools of thought on meditation, and so on. So you will discover that the main thing that all these schools are doing is really purifying this idea that we have of ourselves, really helping us to create some kind of a distance from this understanding of who we are, and creating a little bit of space so that maybe we can discover what is underneath all these conceptions, this noise of the mind, in a way. So accepting things as they are, not trying to change or transform into something, just being present with what we are and recognizing that, and that it's what it's all about. So what is the most important part in all this process, as you will find in most schools or techniques, is being present right now. being present in the here and now. So this is one thing that we will start to put a special, let's say, emphasis on through our practices. So it's all about trying to be here as much as possible, and not to expect anything, not to dwell on something that has already happened, or if it's good or if it's bad or whatever it is. So bring the mind to its natural state. During the course of this training in learning to meditate, we will come in let's say some kind of a clash, or there will be many changes happening. Naturally, as the mind will start to become calmer, more receptive, we will begin to notice things within ourselves that in the past we were not really fully aware of. We were not so much aware that they were happening. So the process advances, and we experience physical, mental states which we were, you can say, totally unaware of before. So sometimes all these observations can be alarming sometimes, or they are so clear that can be, let's say, a little bit uncomfortable. So it's good to have this in mind, in the sense that not all meditation practices are for everyone, but if they're applied correctly, they can be for everyone. So the whole idea is going through this purification of the mind process, and going slowly and choosing the right tools for it. What I've experienced, at least with all this great offering of meditation techniques today, is that people are offering, let's say, teachers or instructors are offering, let's say, only one little thing that they know, or that they've heard about, or that has worked for them, and they're offering that to people without really understanding the special needs that everyone might have. So in our training here in the 21 steps, what we will be respecting is the individuality of each participant, so that you will end up with a technique that is suitable for you and can take you calmly, in the most, let's say, relaxed way, to understanding better your reality, yourself. And of course, there will be a great deal of techniques that are general for everyone. For example, one of the main things that we will be doing is trying to relax the mind, but at the same time the body. Today, actually, we will be seeing one of these techniques. It's a very simple, effective, and a beautiful technique to come in contact with this, let's say, built-in characteristic of our bodies and our minds, which is to be relaxed. See, we are built for homeostasis. We are built for experiencing relaxation and a sense of unity with the world. And this, most of the times, it doesn't happen. So one of the categories that we will be working on is these type of relaxation techniques, which really is not a meditation technique, but it is necessary to start any meditation process. It's essential to have a calm mind and a calm body, because let's say you're sitting down to meditate and the mind is always jumping, which it will be doing that, and that's okay. But the approach that we have towards this jumping of the mind will change things. If you are relaxed towards that, that will really help you to go into the meditative process. And then you have the body, which is really this thing that has to learn how to stay still and relaxed, and give time and space, and as less of a stimulus as possible for the observer, because the observer will be there trying to see everything, understand what is happening. And the more the body is moving, the more our energy is moving, and the more energy is moving, phenomena are appearing, things are happening. So this is a big issue, trying to keep the body relaxed. Actually, if you see in many traditions, and especially in yoga, most people are familiar with the system of yoga. We have a whole process of trying to respect the body, respect others, trying to make the body relaxed, flexible in the best possible way. Then we go into this whole process of working with the winds in the body, the energies in the body, and we work with pranayamas, different styles of controlling the breath. And then only after all that has happened, we can start to really observe a little bit, or calming the mind so as observation can come. So you see that there's a whole preparation process that needs to take place before we start really going into serious, let's say, meditating. Although nothing should be serious in this process. We should keep an openness, let's say a childful, a playfulness about meditation. We should have this kind of the spirit of a child that is going to discover, trying to find things, and be relaxed and not take everything so seriously, not everything so important. Things are not important. So we should start with that. So this whole category of techniques of relaxation is really effective, and we will be working with them quite a bit, at least in the beginning. And then we will be moving more into observing this dialogue and relaxing the mind. So once we have addressed the body, then we'll move on to addressing relaxation in the mind. And then once we have that, a very important aspect in this process is trying to focus the mind. Most of us are having a lot of thoughts, or we are jumping, the mind is jumping from one place to the other, because really we are not having a focused mind. We are not remaining there. So there's a whole set of practices that is very helpful, and we call these samatha practices in Sanskrit. The whole idea is techniques that will help to keep the mind into one place, keeping the mind focused there, present, so that we can start our process of meditating. Then going through this process of setting the mind into one thing, you see, it's never one thing that is there. There are many things there. There are many different stimuli there. So there will not only be one thing. So the next category of work is what we can call training in vipassana, in observing different parts of the experience, dividing, as the word suggests, dividing and observing, dividing and putting attention to. So these whole techniques of vipassana or mindfulness, today it's called mindfulness, like there is another way, it has to be mindful. It cannot be anything different in that sense. But the title is interesting. So all these vipassana techniques of being able to observe different things at the same time. Now, another whole category of meditation practices is practices that deal a lot with visualization. So this is a strange area for some people, because people are not really used to creating visualizations, very specific, let's say, paths, visualizing specific things. It's mainly things that come up in the mind, or let's say in our dream process, things just appear. So in all these processes of visualizing, there are very specific things that we have to go through. So we are creating, in a way, we're saying like vessels of energy that can catch the attention, that can catch our observer and train him in a way, or give him certain qualities. And this whole idea of using visualization is very, very well known in the East, in many, many traditions, especially if someone looks into Taoism, or even more in Tantric Buddhism, in the Buddhism that we call today Vajrayana. It's so rich, full of different visualization practices and so on. And this is really, really interesting, because it helps the mind understand phenomena through the presentation of phenomena itself. And through this process, we are realizing the nature of things. It's a very interesting category, a favorite one of mine, and I think most of you will find it also very helpful. It can be very, very effective. So visualization is there, but also we will be putting attention to many, many other different things. Another field of work in the 21 steps is the work with the archetypes. So the whole idea of, as I was mentioning before, certain types of energy that can be applied, so we can assimilate somehow our personal experience. This is a whole great area of work, and we will be dwelling into that a lot also in the 21 steps. One very important aspect of the whole work has to do with learning how to pray and connecting ourselves with love and compassion. So most of us either know some forms of prayer that we use, or we apply some kind of prayers in our life, let's say some kind of communication with God, trying to touch this aspect of the divine in our lives. But at least from what I've seen from people that we are working with, it tends to be a kind of a standard thing, a typical thing. So a very important aspect of this work is to learn how to pray in an open way, in a free way. This will help a lot in this process, because in a way, when we are meditating, we are listening. We are standing there silently, trying to listening to the voice of God in our hearts, listening to, why not, our personal noise, our limitations, understanding why we're here, what is happening. So this is one aspect. And then you have prayer, which is really talking. We are saying we're listening to the voice of God, and we are talking to God. So these two things go together. So learning to pray can be very, very helpful in that sense. And cultivating, of course, love and compassion through this whole process. This is a general description, let's say, of the things that we will be seeing. For the ones that will be following the program, I will go through a very detailed plan of the 21 steps on our 4th class. So we will be seeing everything very in detail there at that point. If any one of you have questions so far, please, you can go ahead and type them in the chat, and I can have a look at them. So if we are to somehow characterize a little bit what meditation is about, if we will put everything into a nutshell, or really trying to describe what is the essence of it all, we will say that the whole point is about being mindful, being present. So if someone, let's say, never tries any technique or does nothing in that sense for experiencing deeper the deeper quality, let's say, that we're all carrying, or this experience of openness, love in life, then being mindful would certainly lead you towards that direction. Actually, remaining mindful is like you would be as if you would be meditating all day. So one very effective way is, and I will give it now so that everybody has it and you can experiment with that, and really it's what it's all about. So one very easy way is, in the course of the day, just try and be aware of your mental state. Try to observe what is happening now. Am I fearful, angry, happy? Just try and mentally be present with what you're experiencing, whatever you do. Whether you're moving your body in a certain way, try to be conscious of your body. Try to be conscious of the things surrounding you. Also, try to be aware of all the postures, let's say. Try to be aware while you're walking, when you're reading, when you're bending to pick up something. Every movement, every thought, every sensation should be actually be noticed. So be aware. Be aware of what you say. Be aware also when you're silent. Be aware when you're eating, drinking. Be aware of everything. Live in your present action. Live in the present moment. Let the past and the future look after themselves. The past is gone and the future is not here yet. So just be present, remain in the present. So this is it, really. It sounds so simple, so easy, and really it's not. So this is one technique that we can pick up today, and we can keep on doing for the rest of our lives. And we will, if you are interested in this path, you will learn many different techniques. And at the end of the day, this would be the one that will always be, let's say, the one that will let you know where you are in your process. If you're aware, if you're noticing everything, if you're being present, if everything is being noticed from this relaxed state without judging or without jumping in the past or future, then your practice is working. And doing this evaluation is the practice itself. So it's really the mother of all practices, let's say. Another thing that we can describe or think of is that actually any meditation that we're doing is a preparation for this type of observation. So let's say you have your beautiful meditation room with your things, your beautiful chair, and everything in this place is wonderful as you like it. The air is just right, the lighting is just right, and there you're doing your training. And every time you go out there, you're seeing if you can apply that training. And that's what it's all about. So this is the main thing. We will be returning to that all the time. So I don't see any questions there. So I will just continue with the first technique I would like to share with you today. As I was saying, it's a technique of relaxation. It's pretty familiar with in the circles of yoga, but I think it's very important for our work here. And what we will do is we will advance the technique into 3 different levels that can be very helpful for someone who wants to achieve really instant relaxation. So this is not a meditation practice, but it is a practice that is necessary for preparing the mind and the body for this type of meditation, let's say, experiences, or all meditation experiences. Why not? So the whole idea is really mapping out the body. going to the body and observing the body, observing the tensions, if there are any. And as you go into the different parts of the body, you're giving an order, let's say, or you are instructing the place, this part of the body, to relax, to release the tension and relax. It's as simple as that. It is like a self-hypnosis technique in a way, like a self-suggestion technique, but it is very, very effective. Actually, you can say that exactly because we are designed to be relaxed, just giving this signal of seeking relaxation coming from ourselves and not using another let's say substance or something else, uh, the body responds immediately, the mind responds immediately. So I invite you to experience it with me right now. So just find a comfortable place. You can be relaxed on your chair, or you can lie in your bed as you wish. And you just will be closing your eyes and just feel the places of contact. Feel how your body is touching the chair or your bed, your mattress. And just observe these points and allow the body to really find its posture, find a very comfortable, very relaxed way of sitting or lying. So you just make your adjustments right now. Could be little things, or could be just adding a pillow or anything that would help the body to feel more comfortable. So just observe the body as you're lying down or as you're sitting in your chair comfortably. So now we will be directing our attention into different parts of our body, and just follow my directions as we go through this journey of suggesting the natural relaxation that exists in the core of our being and helping to bring it to the surface, helping it to affect our whole being, body, mind, in this present moment. So we'll be putting our attention on the top of our heads and just observe that point. And as you are starting to observe, you know that the body will be responding to relaxation. So just direct this part of your body to relax. So you can visualize or direct your attention to the top of the head and just ask from this part to become relaxed. And immediately you will be feeling a relaxation effect, something changing in that part. Now continue, and it's like a current of energy, a current of relaxation coming from the top of our heads. So now we will be putting our attention on our foreheads. Just go there, put your attention there, and direct your forehead to relax. And immediately, this part of the body releases its tension. And you're feeling it becoming more and more relaxed, more and more flexible, quiet. Now move your attention slowly downwards And you can go to the eyes, to the area of the eyes. The eyes attract a lot of tension throughout our day. So just direct the eyes to leave their tensions, to allow any negativity that they might have accumulated and allow it to dissolve. Direct the eyes to relax, totally relax. You can imagine them like little shiny balls floating in water, and all the tensions dissolve in this water. You can even imagine like freshness appearing on the eyes as a morning dew appears on flowers. And this morning dew is cleaning, relaxing, washing away all tensions. And continue going downwards. And you can put your attention now in the area of the mouth, especially the jaw. The jaw is full of tensions, full of emotions, full of held up things. Anger can be here. Things that haven't been said might be still lurking, lying around. So direct the jaw to release its tension, direct it to relax, and immediately, just by putting your intention there, the jaw is starting to relax. All tension is disappearing. And as the jaw is releasing its tension, the lips, tongue follow this relaxation. They also relax. And feel this wave continuing, going down. Now it's in the throat. And as you put your attention in the throat, your body now knows. And immediately it's leaving any tension and the throat is relaxing. All stress that could be accumulated there is just dissolving now, and the throat relaxes. And this current of relaxation now is moving on your shoulders and hands, arms, palms. It's like a wave that is really taking over, and it's filling the body with this calm, relaxed feeling. All muscular, skeletal tensions disappear. You could be experiencing a specific kind of limitation, or maybe an illness or a problem. Nothing can resist this wave of relaxation. So your body is relaxing now. And continue following this current, this wave of relaxation through your torso, chest, and it's going down. And as it's going down, you're feeling the diaphragm being relaxed. Now it's as if you can breathe easier, deeper. And with every breath, the body is getting filled with beautiful, clean energy. You can imagine light filling the body and relaxing the body, relaxing any zone that could be tensed, any part of the body that could be aching, any limitation that you might be having on the physical level is being really dissolved in this light, this relaxing light. And as you exhale, imagine tension or negativity, negative energy exiting with your breath. You can even imagine exiting through the pores of the body and leaving the body more relaxed. And this current of energy is continuing, going towards the belly and the pelvis. And in all this area, we find many, many tensions. We are holding this area, most of us, even without knowing. So just put your attention there, and as you put your attention, the area is starting to relax. More and more it's relaxing. More and more you're feeling this wave of joyfulness, openness, relaxation taking over the body. And feel it as it's moving towards the legs. And the legs immediately relax. The thighs, knees, and it keeps on going. And as you visualize each place in the body, immediately it's responding to relaxation. And right now, you're feeling your whole body relaxed. You are relaxed. And we will just stay a little while in this state, just remaining and really enjoying this state of relaxation. We will stay like that for a few minutes. And every breath brings you deeper and deeper into relaxation. And you can even repeat, my body is relaxed. I'm totally relaxed. So slowly now we will be leaving this state of relaxation, and the more often that you return to this practice, the easier it would be to feel deeper and more totally relaxed. I will count backwards from 5 to 1, And as we return to one, we will feel refreshed, totally relaxed, with a healthy, muscular tone, happy in the present moment. 5, we are starting to feel our body again. 4, you can start to wiggle a little bit the toes and the hands. 3, our consciousness is fully in our body now. 2, we are almost ready to open our eyes. 1, and open the eyes, and we're right here. So you can move the body a little bit, stretch if you need to, and just observe the changes. So this is our first technique, and this is how you go about it yourself. There's not much to it. It's very simple, as you see. You just focus on the different parts of the body, starting from the head, going down, and you are giving the directions for the body to relax. One thing that is very important is once you are reaching the end of the practice of the exercise, remember these two phrases. My body is totally relaxed. I am totally relaxed. Because these will be key phrases later on if you want to achieve very quickly this relaxation state. So one part of the practice is exactly as we did it right now. And you have to practice that. And there's not much to it really. You're just relaxing in your bed and you're practicing and you're feeling this deep state of calmness and so on. And that's all. And you just try this every day. One way that you can apply this practice is, for example, if you're having difficulty sleeping, you can go through the whole practice, and then at the end you can even put a little note having to do with the falling asleep bit, and you can suggest, my body is relaxed, I am totally relaxed, and I'm falling asleep easily. I will be waking up in the morning refreshed, relaxed, happy. So you can work with that also. And this is a very simple and easy application. Now, after you have accustomed yourself with a technique, after you've understood a little bit how it works, you can follow a different way of doing it. So now the process is more or less the same, but what you're doing is you're going into big chunks of body. So you're not going through the top of the head, the forehead, the eyes, the mouth, and so on. But now it's all the head. Now it's the torso. Now it's both hands. Now it's the pelvis and the legs. So immediately you're going through this process very, very fast. You have the head, the big parts, the torso, hands, legs, and that's it. And again, you say, my head is relaxed, my head is relaxing, and so on. And at the end, don't forget to use both phrases. My body is totally relaxed. I am totally relaxed. So this is the second part, the progression of the practice, and you apply it. And you take your time with it until you're feeling that it's really happening, until you're really feeling that it's really effective. So now you're going into the big parts and you're feeling this beautiful relaxation effect, and it's coming quicker and better and more deep, and that's it. Now you've got it. Now you've got this step. So if you have the time, you can do the full practice. If you don't have the time, go into the different big parts and do it quicker. And there's another one. Once you are very accustomed with that, now you can do something even faster. So you can close your eyes, just you're present in this moment, and you can just repeat, my body is relaxing. My body is relaxing. My body is relaxed. I am totally relaxed. And the funny thing is that you will feel it. Once you have done the preparation, once you have done the work of working with the different bits, relaxing the different bits, and then the bigger parts, then just by using this end phrase will connect you with all the experiences of relaxation, of detailed relaxation. So it will bring to the present moment that effect only by mentioning these phrases. So this is the third step of the practice. So something happens and it brings you a lot of tension, and you have to face something. Let's say something has happened in the office and you have to face the boss or whatever, and you go in there and you say, my body is relaxed. I'm totally relaxed. And you're sitting in front of this crazy man or woman and they blah, 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 blah. Who cares? You're totally relaxed. You're not giving too much importance. You're just being present, you're there, and you're not taking things so seriously. Your body is remaining relaxed. So this is the whole idea of our first practice. Okay, what time during the day is best to practice? There's a question there. Any time of the day. Any time of the day. If you are observing that you have tension, then please relax that tension. Don't allow it to just linger there. Don't allow for the tension to accumulate, because tension will accumulate. It doesn't just leave the body. It doesn't just disappear in a moment. Tension is a sum up of things, like you're feeling it in a muscular way, but it's not only the body that is involved. There are many things that are supporting it as well. So it is important to relax at least the body until you have the time to really fully address the issue that has created the tension. So it is essential that you deal with it, or at least relax the tension. So any time of the day that you're feeling tension in the body, or the mind is really not present, cannot be there, try and bring the mind inside the body and try and relax the body. So anytime. It could be after something has happened. It could be before your meditation practice, if you're having a meditation practice, and that's the idea here. That's why we're learning this technique. We want to be able to apply it in our meditation process, and we want to be able to sit down. Okay, so I'm sitting for my meditation, so I'm finding a good relaxed place for my body, and now my body is relaxed, my body is relaxing, I'm totally relaxed. Wow, and here it is. And now I can start my practice. You don't need to do many things. You just connect with your previous experience, and that's it. Or, as I was mentioning earlier, you can do it if you cannot fall asleep. Really, really apply it when you're feeling tension. There's no limitation in terms of the best time to do it. What you will discover is that through this technique, maybe some of you have already experienced it, that through this technique, as you are experiencing this relaxation, the effect lasts long. So we only did like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of it, and it's like you've had a really restful nap, let's say for an hour, or for 1.5 hours, or 2 hours maybe. So another way to apply the practice is if you don't have time to rest, enough time to rest, then you can apply this relaxation practice. And it would be as if you have taken a good nap, and you will be feeling more refreshed, more relaxed, in a very short amount of time. So this is the whole idea with this first part. We will be meeting again next Thursday and Friday. Thursday at 9 o'clock Greek time, and Friday 8:30 Greek time. On Thursday, there is a meeting that is opened for everyone. Any questions that you might have on the spiritual path, we'll be addressing them. So it's a session of questions and answers for the spiritual seeker, for the spiritual journey. And Friday, we will be doing our next session of the 21 Steps of Consciousness. And we will be seeing some meditation techniques now. So again, everybody is welcome. Both of these are free. Anybody can join. So hope I can see you next Thursday and Friday. Wishing all the best for everyone, and see you soon.